All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everyone. Good morning to you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me put this thing here. Good morning. Good morning. Please share the video here. Is a brand new week, and I would like to say thank you so much for taking all your time to come and join me here. Please share the video. Share the video. Let's see here. Let's go to Messenger here. All right, done my super. Okay, send to the different group here. All right. Please share the video there, guys. Please share the video if you're just joining. Share the video. Oh, geez, this is a long list. It's almost like to everybody. Damn. This list is long. Can't do all the list. This list is long. This list is long. Okay, let's do this one here. Let's do this other one here. Let's do the one here. Good morning to you there. If you're just joining me, this is Jay Randy here. Thank you so much for joining me here. Wow, you just give you the whole thing. I don't need the whole thing right now. Okay, let's go to the group. Let's go to all the groups. All right, let's go to all the group here. Let's go to all the group. And then we share with friends. And then we share with the public. And then the way we are. All right, guys. Good morning to you there, and we are broadcasting here on YouTube. We are broadcasting on Twitch, and we are broadcasting on Facebook and other programs. So again, thank you guys so much for the opportunity. This is Jay Rainey here. Thank you guys so much for taking your time to come and watch me as always. So why am I here this morning? It's Sunday morning, and I just started my day on Facebook right now. But I have been doing other things, and I want to bless God for the opportunity. This is a brand new week, and I would like to say thank you so much for taking your time or to come and join me here. I want you to read what is going down here, guys. Please read what I wrote down here. Yes, I want you to read what I wrote down here because this is where I'm going to focus this morning. So please read what is underneath here. Read right here. It's going from this side to this side. So please read here because it's very, very important. I want you to understand. Good morning, Tapet. Good morning to you, and thank you so much for taking your time out to come and listen to me here and to everyone. Yesterday I went on a rant. Yes, I went on a rant yesterday, and I'm here to address that issue. Yes, I'm here to address that issue. So please share the video. Please share the video because I'm here to make a very, very not important announcement, but just to reiterate with what I said yesterday. And I really want to thank every one of you guys who are committed, not to me though, but to anyone who is trying to look out for Liberia. And who is trying to look out for Liberia. Yes. We all need to do our part. We all need to do our part because the situation we find ourselves in, if we don't fight for the coming generation, they will meet a country that they will have to start from scratch, and other country will be far way ahead of us. We should be proud of ourselves that we are fighting for the right thing today because the wrong thing has revealed itself. I stand by that, and I want to say thank you so much. Since July of last month, when I visited Florida, and I want you guys to pay attention here because this is a turning moment here of my support for Mr. Cummings, and I really want for people to understand exactly what I'm about to say here. Yes. Good morning there, Masa Blama. You kind of remind me of you, Montro. You seems to be a very strong woman, and I must appreciate you for that too. I know there is a reason that you always come here, even though we do not get along. I think everyone comes here to learn something or to exchange ideas. So on this Sunday morning, Master Blama, I want to welcome you back. I know you're here for a reason, and there's nothing in my mind that would say that we cannot coexist, even though we have different political opinions now. So, in this public manner, I'd like to say good morning to you and thank you for your resilience. Thank you for your cooperation. I think I would rather have you here than have other people who don't want to come because of some political difference. So I think if I weigh my option, I would say thank you very much for the opportunity because I know that you are in the interest of Liberia and not in the interest of a particular person. So I want to give it out to you and say thank you so much for the opportunity. We live and grow every day. Yes, we live and grow every day. It's better to have what you have and to hope for what you don't have or you're not too sure you will get. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity here, and please share the video here. Last month, July the 1st to the 3rd, you guys witnessed me going to Florida to meet with Mr. Cummings. It wasn't my first time meeting with Mr. Cummings because in April of this year, I had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Cummings and we had a very fruitful, rewarding conversation. The purpose of that conversation is because there are many people who are transitioned from other political parties. From the day we had our election with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, there were people in America, in Europe, that built confidence into Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They believe that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's struggle over the years was a principle, was a reason, a convenient reason that after everything we went through, they decided to give her their overwhelming support. And she got elected in '05 and '11. But to the greatest surprise of many Liberians at the end of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, the number of support she got from the beginning did not add up to the number of support that she got when she left office. Why? Because there is a great difference between expectation and reality. The expectation of those who supported Ellen Johnson Sirleaf from the beginning, they thought the reality would be that she would put the country in the right path for all of us to do our part to strengthen and sustain that. Are they guilty if they switch alliance? We saw people joining the opposition of different political parties, including the CDC, leaving Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Why you think they did that? They did that on two reasons. One, they were disappointed in Ellen Johnson Sirleaf because the expectation did not meet the reality. And then their expectation for the new party was something. But I got that. When people leave their alliance of where they show their support and come into a new political establishment from their perspective, those who are already part of the party, they will become very suspicious. They will become suspicious. And I have no qualms with that. Anybody who is suspicious of me or anybody, that's fine. But what I want you to understand, those who follow me religiously, I live in the US. I have been on Facebook since 2010, but I've not been able to review myself until 2017 when I reviewed myself to support Joshua. And those who follow me know how I'm guided by principles. Sometimes many people will differ with me on our principles, and from that principle, I want you to look at what I do. I supported George Weah because I felt that our generation, it was the opportunity for our generation that had massively left that country. And over years and years, we had amassed some little wealth, skills, education, and experience. And I thought that after the early administration, Weah, who is part of our generation, will open his arms to every one of us to rebuild our country. But was I wrong? I wasn't wrong when I supported him. But am I shocked? Yes, because of how he behaving. But nevertheless, Weah does not control Liberia. Liberia is a country that will see Weah, that will see us, and it will still remain. But we will have to age out and even die. But what do we do in the midst of try and error? People try, Ellen, she did not work. People try, Weah is not doing the right thing. But our country got a democracy that we got to keep looking around. Now we have failed. What do? Do we put our hands down and sit down and let the country die? No. We have to option up our things. We have to look at other options. And this is where I will come in to say, you know why? When I saw the opportunity that look, I seen all the politicians on our political field. So who can I look up to now? Mr. Cummings. Yes, in 2017, I was not in Mr. Cummings' corner because at that time, Mr. Weah hasn't reviewed himself as to who he is. Now, if I take the step to say I want to support Mr. Cummings, you guys who are in the ANC party, you have the right to have any doubt about anybody, including myself. And I have to prove myself to be what I can be. And some will say, but what are you doing all these things, J. Randy? Well, I'm doing this thing because I love my country. I want somebody to make my country proud. My individual and your individual accomplishment will not match or measure up to making our country a successful country. Because at the end of the day, just how we had names from the past that existed in our country and they have failed out and died. And our generation living in Liberia today, we cannot be proud of our country because we believe that individuals should be the head in everything. But I believe that we must initiate an agenda, a goal, and be guided by the principles that will sustain our country. So we initiate it and we sustain it. So Mr. Cummings, at the point of our time, when it comes to political decision, especially next year, is the only person left. And if I feel that I need to support an individual who I believe will help, because again, the same expectation and reality is applicable to everybody. Yes, we all will be expecting Mr. Cummings to do the right thing. That's our expectation. But what if the reality comes in that what we got on our list doesn't add up to the reality we see Mr. Cummings? If he does the right thing, we will be okay, right? If he doesn't do the right thing, what we have to do? We have to continue to forge ahead to find somebody else. So when I come to join when I went to Florida to join the ANC, to support the ANC, it's because at this time, Mr. Cummings is the only candidate that I see right now. And in order for Liberia to be a successful country in the midst of what we have and the challenges ahead, with the low human capacity in our country index, I took upon myself to say, you know what, I'm going to support Mr. Cummings. And I understand that some of you guys will have reservation, even though some of you guys were part of other political party. I don't know how you guys will handle. Maybe if you guys will handle with the same suspiciousness by the original people of the ANC. If you try to apply that to me, trust me, I believe it. And you are entitled to your right. And it is incumbent upon me to prove myself. And I will continue to do that here. There are days that I will come and be very tough. And I say, if I'm tough on somebody, it's because I want that person to succeed. But I would say something that Mr. Cummings himself made to the Liberian people. I'm not supporting Cummings to get a job. I'm not supporting Cummings to get a job. And I want you to understand that today I'm saying this. I am not supporting Mr. Cummings for any job. All I need is for the environment to be okay. I can get to the country and apply to companies that will be there and apply or open my own consultancy. I just need an environment that will give me the opportunity. My expectation for George Weah applied to what I just said. It was not my intention to get a job from Mr. Weah. It was my intention to go on the ground to be able to establish myself as a consultant in my area of expertise or my subject matter area of expertise and help my fellow Liberians and help them grow the skill, build the skill. It's like you passing knowledge onto them so that they can sustain the knowledge and provide for their family. So I would say this to you guys. Mr. Coming presidency is not something that I'm going to be depending on for a job. And you can take this to your diary book or whatever, or your cloud, wherever you put this video. I am not going to support Mr. Cummings because I need a job. I want a better country. I want a better country. That's all I need. All right. I want a better country. Today, I have family traveling to South America for vacation. Do you think they should be going to South America for vacation? No. They should be heading to Africa for vacation, especially Liberia. But because the atmosphere is not conducive, they are taking a trip to South America. That money is being wasted. That experience is being wasted. All right. Why? Because we have a country where those of us who have our kids in this country that never saw our hometown, they cannot do so because of the prevailing situation in the country. It hurts me a lot. So my coming to the ANC, you got all right to be suspicious about me. Because in the past, and history has shown that people come in the party, they come to be a spy, they come to be this. I understand all the measures you have in place. But what I want to tell you guys, I'm not that type. I'm not that type. I'm a very straight shooter. I believe in my career. I believe in my profession. And I think the United States are giving me what I want and continue to provide for me on what I think, on things that I want. But my support into Liberian politics to begin with was to ensure that Liberians got what we don't have. I said that during the Weah campaign, and I will say that today. It is not about me. It is not about me. After the broadcast, I'm going to get in my car, take my kids out there, and we're going to have a good time. We can't right back here and do other things. It is not possible in Liberia for many families. And that is why I keep looking around to see who I can see as a leader that will move our country forward. But you can keep your suspicions all you want. But what I would say here is I need your help to support what I believe is an opportunity that we cannot miss. Tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to be here 4 a.m. in the morning talking for Mr. Cummings. It's not something that I'm compared. I did not sign any contract with Mr. Cummings. I did not sign any document with Mr. Cummings, but it's just my own willingness to say, you know what, I love my country and I want to do the best. People ask often, what have you done for your country? I think getting up 4 a.m. in the morning, giving information to our people, enlightening our people's minds are things that I personally believe are my contribution to my country. I don't have to take millions of dollars. No, I believe when I give you the knowledge and knowledge you, you will be able to find that money as long as you have the knowledge. I believe in the fundamental principle. When you go to school, you spend money to acquire education. When you start working, they pay for the brain that you got with that knowledge, they pay you back. That is what I believe in. I don't believe in giving money to people. I believe in giving you knowledge because that knowledge will bring more money to you. That's what I believe in. So with all this suspiciousness, that's fine. Right now, if Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of Donald Trump, or even Donald Trump himself, he said he want to be a Democrat after everything that he had done against the Democrat, of course, the Democrat will have some reservations, some concern about Donald Trump. They will not trust him. I know there's a guy who we see today dishing and saying all kind of nasty thing about the Democrat, and then one morning he gets and say, "I want to be a Democrat." Yeah, that would be reservation. He has to prove himself as to who he wants to be, and that is the situation I find myself in today. So I understand your frustration. Nobody want to come to watch the show. That's fine. But what I would say here is we have a challenge ahead of us, and if we don't unite, he wins and we lose. Just irrespective of our differences, we will remain to where we are. So I agree that, and I wholeheartedly accept your reservation, your concern about me and everyone else. But I want to tell you that the battle is not with me. The battle is out there to get rid of this guy politically come 2023. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand. All right, you're right. You're suspicious that it is yours to do. And if you, I mean, you guys know me from the past. I have been very vocal, campaigning for Weah, say all kind of things about Mr. Cummings, say all kind of things about Mr. Boycott. So if I even decide to go and join the Boycott camp, of course they will be suspicious of me because of what I did for George Weah. So when I come to the ANC, you can hold your suspiciousness. That's fine. I mean, you're entitled to it. And all I got to do is to prove myself for something that I know that will be more beneficial to you guys and not to me. Because my intention is not to work Mr. Cummings, his government, but just to make sure that he get elected and go ahead and do what he wants to do. So I see myself as a patriotic Liberian who just want the best and better for our country. And I want you to do, I mean, I want you to understand that what I'm doing is to win your trust. Do I have to work hard to win your trust? Of course, I have to work hard to win your trust. And I have to work hard. And what I'm seeing here is someone who said, but the guy is very crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm in my rest state of mind. But I believe that in order to build relationships, to build bridges, to build confidence, I have to come and make the professional statement here today. I have to prove myself to every ANC skeptic who saw me on the other side campaigning against Mr. Cummings. Now that I'm here, you have your right to be very suspicious of me. Even though we're fighting for our country, you have the right to be suspicious of me because it is your organization. I chose to go with CDC and now you guys. But things have turned out to be the way it is. And I don't believe in just few handful of people enjoying the country. So I like to say, you know what? I will continue to do what I can do to prove myself to you. Getting your 4 a.m. in the morning, getting on the radio while you're sleeping, putting my words out there, coming in the afternoon, driving in my car, making my case for you guys. And I did it before from the independent point, but now I'm doing it for you guys today. So it is Liberia. This is how I approach things. All right. This is how I approach things. I approached him by trying to make my case to prove to you guys that look, the Tyranny you're looking at here, he's not somebody who just want to come and get things. No, most of the things that I say, I do. I'm not going to run to support Mr. Cummings because I want a job. No, I just want him to create an environment for me to go in there and consult. That's what I want to do. That's my area of expertise to consult. But you are entitled to create all the suspiciousness you want. I'm not here to beg anybody here for money. You don't see me come here and say posting cash app around here. There are few ANC people who come to me and say, you got to do this, you got to do this. But I just mean, I am a very proud person. Let me put it personally. From the children that I have in the country, I never want to call for a baby shower or this one. No, 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 no. If you ever meet my wife, she will tell you I'm a very proud person. But when you start to take on more responsibility, you have to be open out to people who will give you their own candid advice. And based on that, I decided to open up the cash app and people say that yes, because there's a guy in Liberia who is willing, who has seen what I want to do, and and he like we can make this thing happen. So I cannot just say yeah, let's do it without you guys and water advice. So again, I would like to thank my Big Ten, yes, my Big Ten for the overwhelming support. They did not. I did not reach out to them. They came to me and said, "What can we do to get your voice in Liberia?" And whatever it takes, we are willing to help you. And I'm very grateful to them for what they has done. And it's all because of what I believe and they believe that Mr. Cummings can do for the country. So point number one, you have the right to be suspicious of me. Two, I have to prove myself coming from another side to you guys. One, I have to be very transparent in what I do. I have to be able to engage you guys, to call upon you guys to have a conversation and say, hey, look, one on one. I know you guys saw me on the other side, but I'm in this thing. I'm in it for this man to win this thing. I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys. And I can assure you guys that I'm not the kind of person that's going to take news from here and carry it over there. No. There are things that Mr. Cummings told me in confidence that I will not tell you guys here. But he called me and told me things in confidence. And I think when that thing hatched and when I text him, I think he started to build little confidence in me. Because when I spoke to Mr. Cummings, I said, hey, look, you work in corporate at the highest level. I'm now working my way through. But whatever we consider as the company policy, I'm going to see it just like it between you and me and the organization. And when I made that statement, he came by and gave me that important information, which I will never disclose to anybody because he asked me to keep it confidential. And I did. And with that, gradually he started to build that confidence and trust in me. Is it going to be fast? No. He had to take a snail or a turtle walk to the mailbox because he don't know me like that. I don't know him like that. But with what we have on both sides, when it comes to trust, I think when we start to build that over time, it will become a solid foundation, and then we'll start to engage each other. I understand all those things, but when we in the midst of Liberian politics, everybody look at things differently because of their past background and who they are. So I'm here to do the best I can for Mr. Cummings, and I want you to understand what I'm going to do. There are times that will be tough. So with that being said, there are a few adjustments I made. I'm not going to bring nobody out in September to say, oh, this is the person that. No, I wouldn't say those things because out of some type of, frustration, if you will. But it's not my intention to go and do this. No, if you don't want to join me, I'm not going to put your name out there. I'm not going to put your name out there. I'm going to reach out to everyone who is open or going to have a communication because ways to resolve things, conflict resolution, one of the way of resolving internal or external resolution is to reach out and engage. Either you reach out to me or I reach out to you to have this conversation. And I'm not going to take Liberian politics and go put things out there. No, that's not me. That's not my character. Because right now I'm broadcasting on YouTube, which is very, very important. Anybody can come and pick it up and say, hey, this is Randy here, this is Randy this. No, my character comes first. It's a constant variable in what I do. And by being constant, I'm gonna maintain the integrity of my character and I'm gonna defend it with the moral and ethical value that I have. So we have a challenge, and that challenge is George Weah. We must set objective and we must prioritize our job tax to defeat George Weah. So I'm just here today to let you guys know that we are in it together. I'm open to suggestion. I'm open to conversation. Mr. Weah must be defeated in 2023. That is my goal. So I'm here to let you know that my support for Mr. Cummings is to get into the presidency. Is to get into the presidency. All right. I have a video of Mr. Cummings, and I think it will help on Liberia Public Radio. Mr. Cummings says something very important. I'm not going to review it here now, but what he said is very key to why I'm so engaged day, night, evening, dark, daylight, because I don't want that to be what he predicted. No. And that's why we need to work together to get things done. I am a Liberian, but in most of my decisions, I don't think like the typical Liberians because of where I have come from professionally and what I continue to do. So I would like to thank you guys so much for the opportunity and stuff like that. With that being said, let me just bring a few things out here. I would firstly like to thank the people of Rhode Island. I know you show a great spirit of unity. I saw Mr. Zawi down there. I saw other folks. They are all from different political parties. But when we see something that is wrong and that wrong review itself to us, we put all party differences aside and we build that unity to inform those who are supporting the wrong. And I think Mr. Jefferson Koji being the first person to get that, it is a message that has been sent to Liberia now that when these guys come from Liberia as public officials who are not doing the right thing for our people, they are now in the know that any state they put in, we will put people together and we will go and let them know that what they're doing in our country is not right. The bigger one is to come, and that will be in December of this year. If Mr. Weah come to Washington, D.C., we again together will put aside our political differences because Mr. Weah is the president of that country and we see our people going through hell. We again will come together as a united Liberians to let Mr. Weah know that irrespective of our political differences, locally and back home, we are concerned about the ill treatment of our people by his administration and let the world know. And I think Jefferson Koji got that message. He's smart enough because they all say they are smart in the Weah government, and Samuel Eto'o is their chief smartest person. They will begin to adjust themselves by doing the right thing. Even though it's late for them, it still doesn't hurt to do little things before they leave office. So I would like to thank the Rhode Island people and all those who were on Facebook showing their support. You did the right thing for your country, and there's nothing you should be sad about, but be happy and be proud of yourself. You don't have to be on the ground in Liberia to fight. Your brothers and sisters back home who are looking at the negative thing that George Weah is putting on the country, they were proud of you for standing up for them, even though they couldn't be here. Just how they does, I mean, they do it in the country back home. They will be out there fighting while we here supporting them. We did the same thing for them here. So it is a seesaw. When they are up, we look at them. When we are up, they look at us. And when we maintain no kind of collaboration, we can take that to the ballot box to defeat them. Yes, and we will indeed defeat them as well. I also want to say something. Somebody called me yesterday and said, "Oh, Mr. How they call it? Say, Mr. Deflo was on you the other day, insulting you." I hate to say these things, but there are times that sometimes I have to see what I can do to address the situation. Mr. Deflo started to challenge and say all kind of nasty things about me. I would say this to Mr. Deflo. I highly respect Mr. Deflo because I remember back in the days in the absence of Facebook Live, he had a show, Disney Debater. I used to be on that show, sitting on the phone and trying to add my voice to the many voices from different Liberians to at least let them know about how I feel about Liberia. But I think the attack on people character by Deflo is not right. And I think it should be about the issue. Yeah, it should be about the issue. But I will say this to Mr. Deflo. All right. Mr. Deflo live in Minnesota. And anybody who live in Minnesota, I want you to take a keen and careful look at this information right here. All right. Take a good look at this information right here. All right. I'm going to hold it up to a minute. I want you to look at it and read everything that you see out there. Read that, please. I'm trying to make a point here. Read everything you see here. If you live in Minnesota, I'm sure you're aware of this company here. All right. If you live in Minnesota, I'm sure you are aware of this company here. So Mr. Deflo King decided to insult me. He worked for that company. I work for that company there as an industrial engineer. I don't know what Mr. Deflo does for a living. But if Mr. Deflo come here and want to insult me, the last time he was insulting Vendetta Patrick, attacking him personally, I don't think that's the way to go. And I don't think Joseph Boca himself would just want to go out there and be insulting people. So Deflo, the challenge is up to you. You work for Metronics. This is what I did, my position. And I'm asking you, Deflo, you can insult me all you want. But I want you to show to your audience that I'm doing here too. What did you do at Metronics? You worked there. And I know that you worked there. Because you told me that you worked there. I didn't ask you for your position. If you differ with me on anything, I believe it should be about the issue. It should be about the issue. I don't like to brag like this because I did something a few years ago and I regret it. And I got a very super warning from my wife not to resort to what I did the last time. And I promise that I won't do it again. But there are times that you have to come out to let people know that they can just go out there and start to castigate your character. And that is why today I came to let Deflo know, all right, that I am not into Liberian politics to be insulting people. No, I want to be about the issue because the issue is what will help us be a better country and better people. So I will rest on that one and I look forward to Deflo. You can debate the issue with me. You can say, Randy, your candidate you support is not about the game. I mean, for example, you saw the other guy they called Ben Frank the other day, right? I will say this to you guys. Do not take Ben Frank serious. That guy they call Ben Frank, do not take him serious. He is a distractor to the CD, for the CDC. Yesterday, the other day, he was on my show, right? He said, "Oh, Saturday, 7 p.m., you and I will have a conversation." Did you see me yesterday at 7 p.m. Eastern time? No. Why? Because that's who he is. It's not how mature, or how old somebody looks, and it's not how young somebody look. It is how they measure themselves and how they do things. So the guy they call Ben Frank, please, please do not listen to Ben Frank. All right, please do not listen to Ben Frank. Yes, do not listen to Benjamin Frank, because Benjamin Frank is somebody who is not in a position to do anything in our country. Yes. All right. So he ran yesterday and never showed up on the show, even though he can't say he want to show on the show. So don't mind him. All right. Do not mind him at all. Yes. Do not mind him at all. So the week is coming in. We are doing everything possible. All right. We are doing everything possible to help out and do the best for our country. This election is about our country. It shouldn't be about attacking individual here. Somebody say, "What you always supporting candidate from the south?" Oh Lord. Oh, let me see here. Odessa. This is a very interesting question, guys. All right. Let me post the question out here. Yeah, this is a very interesting question from this guy. Yeah. Let me put the question here. This really brought some joy to my soul here this morning. Wow. All right. So I think it's Odesu Dolo. This is what I think he wrote. I believe this is a mail, but I stand to be corrected. So, guys, you can see, and I will read it for you guys. What you always supporting candidate from the southeast without supporting candidate from other part of the country, either north or south. Jeez. The question is tough. The question is tough, but I would try to put it into a context of preference. A context of preference. Now, my support. In fact, let me start. In 1985, I was not eligible to vote in Liberia because the age I was at that time, I couldn't vote. But if I were going to vote that time, I was big for Jackson F. at that time. And there is a reason for that. One, it may not be a good reason for you guys. Why it is true that I'm from River G by parents' origin. I was born in Nima County. But that was not the major reason that I wanted to vote for the Liberian Action Party at that time. I felt that the Liberian Action Party had good people who aligned with the philosophy that I felt that was going to be a reward for my future. And I wanted to vote for the Liberian Action Party against the National Democratic Party of Liberia in 1985. But I was not eligible to vote at that time because of age. So when it comes to why I support candidates from the southeast, I would say it is just a coincidence. It is a coincidence for the mere fact that Mr. Weah came in this position, just how I saw the Liberian Action Party, that align with what I personally believe will benefit the people of Liberia. But the reality, the expectation is not meeting the reality. Now, when you look at Mr. Cummings today with his vision he got and how he well outlined his vision, that you can take a keen look and begin to catalog those vision and how he going to solve our problem in our country. I think it is a clear vision for you that if he becomes president, it will be easy for you to vote him out of office. And it will also be easy for you to retain him in office because of what he has outlined and how he going to solve the problem. So technically, he putting everything out there without nothing being hidden from you, and that is a lucky guess for me to support him. Now, let me look at other candidates. I had never been opportune to support any candidate. I was very much going to be in the corner of Honorable Borka if Honorable Borka, in my opinion, I would have supported Honorable Borka in 2017 over George Weah if Honorable Borka has left Ellen Johnson Sirleaf after the first term. Maybe take a leave of absence and then comes back in 2017 and say, look, the finance minister, the first finance minister, Anthony Saye, left this government because of what Ellen decided to do. And I, Joseph Yuma Boka, decided to resign as vice president because I felt that Ellen Johnson said the first time was not in the direction of this country after all the period of time. And I am running now to be the next president of Liberia because I can make that decision. If Honorable Boka has done that, I was not going to support the CDC in 2017. So your question is unique, but the condition that I found myself in is dictated by what happens. 1985, I couldn't vote for the right party and I did not vote. 2017, 16, I could have voted for Honorable Barker, but he screwed things up by staying with Ellen for 12 years. And I felt that it was not possible for him to win over George Weah. And I saw George Weah as an opportunity to make that lucky break. And I hope that answered your question. So let's see. Maybe there'll be another candidate that could come from the north and be better off. Maybe when Cummings is president after 2023, which I believe he will, and somebody from the north come out, or maybe from the west, the east, and say, Randy, I can be a better president more than Mr. Cummings. And if Mr. Cummings is not doing the right thing, then I would say, okay, let me consider this. But for me, I just think it's based on what the person's intentions are for the country. All right, so let me see here. Somebody see here monitoring from Connecticut here. All right, yeah, Connecticut in the house. Thank you very much, Ella Jeans, Blay, and thank you so much. Let me see what my sister Takina said. If someone said that it may be true because everything about George Weah government is unprofessional. Yep. And let me see here. Conto say here, Joseph Conto say here, technically, Mr. Cummings is not from the southeast. Instead, he is from the south, which is Muscle County. He was born and raised in, yeah. So on technicality, yes, I think Joseph is right. But by origin, I think his parent is like that. I mean, it's just like me. My dad worked in Nima, I mean, with Lanco in Nima. So my place of birth, I mean, I haven't changed to say, I mean, I say that I am from River G. My documents, my birth certificate, form that I fill out, even up to today, when I fill out any form, I always put Lamco Yikepa, and because that's my place of birth. And so technically I might be from that part. I think it's central Liberia rather than being from the southeast. So yes, Joseph has a point there, especially the way he started technically. So on technicality, I can stand with Joseph that he's not from the southeast, but that's something that we'll debate another time. All right. All right. So let me see here. Hey Peter, thank you very much, Peter, and where's Victoria? I think I saw Victoria here. And thank you, Victoria, and thank you, Peter, and thank you to every one of you guys, including Pasawe that showed up yesterday. So, Peter, before I read your comment, thank you so much for what you guys did. You guys keep doing what you guys do, and we will do our part here too when the appropriate time comes too, right? All right. So, Peter said, "Why does sectionalism matter? This is not how nation are built. Yeah, I mean that's true, but sometimes we just got to answer this question, and I love answering question. And so yes, but point well taken, in Pete, and thank you for that too. Let me see here again. So let's go back up here. Let me read some prior comments here. All right. Okay. So Victoria here. Let me say a big thank you to Victoria as well. She was out there yesterday with her late flyer. Thank you very much, Victoria. She said across Africa, carry a live, and me too. Yes, so across Africa, carry a live. That's good, and I think that's something that run by Lo-Fi Julius. I believe so. Aaron Bondo said, "I'm watching you from Monrovia, Liberia, from Monrovia, Panaville, Quebec, Big Brother. Thank you. Yes, Aaron, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for all your strive and update you continue to provide to me, and stuff like that. All right." And then Ella Jean here, he laughed about it here. Ella Jean said, why so I shared I seen laughter on you too, Ella. All right, so let's go up here again. Let me see here. Uh Sis Comfort. Good morning, Sis Comfort, and thank you so much for your support as well. Too. Thank you for sharing the video. Oftentimes you share some video with me that are not available, and let me say this, guys. Just to be and just some type of observation from me. Most often, and I think it happened to you guys as well, you would get video and it would say unavailable. So what I would suggest, I mean, if there anything, just get a title or maybe Randy, yes, the person is live. And then if I can't get it, I will just let you know. All right. Somebody said Koji Kim with false pass. I'm now a passport fraud investigator, says Henry. Yeah, I'm not a passport fraud investigator, but if he did, I don't know which passport he came on. But I would be interested in knowing that. All right. And then Vivian, yes. Oh, my sister Vivian. Thank you so much. Guys, Vivian is one of the strong person that support me. She one of the Big Ten, and matter of fact, she part of the original Big Five. And I would like to say thanks to her as well, guys. So please give her a big hand. She has been very, very supportive in what we do on the platform. Vivian will get up 4 a.m. in the morning. I don't know how she does that. She will be up 4 a.m. in the morning. In fact, 3 a.m. and that will be I think 2 a.m. her time. She will start the show, and when I come in at 4 a.m., she will be there to the end of the show. And even if I get up in the morning going to work, she will be on it again. So I think I don't know what Vivian has, whether she cloned herself, but guys, she is so strong. Yeah, she's so strong in her support for what we believe in. She part of the independent supporter of Mr. Cummings. So at this time, I want to give her that. She said, you fall down inside with a question." She laughed. She laughed. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Takina here. Okay. Takina said, "I told you Ben was a waste of time." You were absolutely right, Takina. You were absolutely right. You were absolutely right. Oh, there goes somebody who always softened my heart here. Christine Leonard, thank you so much for your words of encouragement. Yes, thank you very, very much. And did you guys show up at the school? You guys should have carried the things live. Yeah, they did. They did, Christine. They did. They did. Victoria did, and I think she said across Africa did as well too. Doris, thank you so much. Yes, Doris, thank you so much for your participation. I know you're not a talker because not often you write. At least you come and show your support. So I'm very appreciative here. And let's see here. Let's see here. All right, this is my lieutenant here. I cannot go on the battlefront without my lieutenant, and that is you, Montreal Kringer. This is my lieutenant. If I'm not going on the battlefront, trust me. Yesterday she shut me down. She called me. She's like, "What the hell going on?" And I was like, "This." So say you Montreal, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's all I can say to you. Yeah, good morning to you. And good morning. Thank you for everything you do. All right. My former resident librarian in Rhode Island are together. Thanks. Yeah. So she giving it all to people of Rhode Island. You guys did a terrific job yesterday. I tell you guys now. Yes, you guys did a terrific job. Yes, I tell you guys now. Yes, you guys did a good job. And Mr. Alex, yeah, Alex will always place. In fact, yesterday Alex beat me to it. I wanted to put something out to thank everyone. The moment I know Alex came out and just posted it, and it was like, wow, I like, yeah, these guys are really going ahead of some of us in the place here. I think we need to go for some type of retreat because our guys out here they are not waiting for all the posting things out there and say big thank you. So Rhode Island, your thank you so much. Yeah, your thank you so much for what you guys did, man. You guys did a very good job yesterday, and and then Rebecca, thank you so much, Rebecca. I saw your message yesterday, and again, you repeat yourself. She said, Mr. Randy, thank you so much for supporting Mr. Cummings so we can have a better country. I'm very humble for that, sis Rebecca, and that's why I'm in this. That's why I'm getting up in the morning, and that's why I try to do things early during the daytime to be able to come back here. And by the way, tonight will be on Jefferson Koji. We got different videos that will be bringing out. Look, Jefferson Koji bad behavior in the country is in every community across everything. So this evening we'll come and do less talking, or we do talking and video presentation this evening. So join me at 8 p.m. tonight because I have to get up early in the morning. So 8 p.m. or 8:30, either 8 or 8:30. If you want to be on time, just follow the button, hit the follow button, and then when I come on, so that you can be able. But we got video here that will present and other things as well for Jefferson Koji. Yes, we should not give these guys any kind of happy day here, folks. Yeah, we should not give them any kind of happy day here. Yes, I see my man here. I mean, yes, I was in your area the other day. I mean, in fact, yesterday I was down there, and in the Philadelphia area, but I didn't get to see, I didn't get to call you, and I have my sister here too, Masa is a tough cookie. But I think Masa will end up calling her people to support Mr. Cummings. I got that feeling. The feeling that I have for Sonny Boy, I'm now beginning to connect with Masa because Masa remind me of you Montreal. Yeah, when I used to be tough on coming, you Montreal never gave up. She was always there, always there. And every time I went off the show, I'll be there. But why is she keep coming? Why is she keep coming? And and I had a conversation with her, and she's like, Randy, there's something that I see in you. I'm not going to give up on you. And but this time around to you, Masa, there's something that I see in you that is more committed to Liberia. And like I said, you don't have to leave your party to vote for Mr. Cummings. But I think it's better that we're giving you a try. And it's better. They say it better to get 70 just to pass, but other people say it better to get 80 just to pass as well. And maybe you may see Joe, we are doing 70. We want people someone who will come to give us 85, 90. And he had done his part, but that would be something that would be left with you. But I just thought to throw it in there for you too. Yes, all right. Khalifa, yes. Khalifa, I would like to reach out to you today. Yes, I would like to reach out to you today. There's another group too. I think it's district number 5. They are doing excellent, good too. So I don't know. Uh, how I'm pronouncing it. Nire Kafala. Yes, Kafala. Yes, Kafala. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right, but I would like to reach out to you today. In fact, this whole week I'm available this whole week, and so just so you know, this whole week I am free like a bat. And so if you don't have the time today, you can hit me up tomorrow. All right, but I do need to meet with you, guys. Kafala is someone who is very engaged. He's a very measured guy. He taught, and and he also won the best, not only for himself, but for the future of the country as well. I engaged him. I passed some instruction to him, and he managed to instantaneously respond to me. So I have been lagging behind because of some, professional and other personal engagement. But I just want to thank him for his patience. So, Carol, let meet after. I mean, let's discuss after the show. If you want to text me and stuff like that, let's discuss so that this week, because I have time this week, maybe we can set something up with the guys and be able to further discuss what our plans are. All right. So put that on your calendar now and let me know. Provide me your availability, and then I will follow with you. All right. I also spoke to another guy from District 5 too. I don't know where you know him, but I can't recall his name right now. but he's doing something similar like that for you too. So thank you very much for taking your time to come and be out here with us here. All right. I call it Jabby Sherry say your support should be based on vision for Liberia, not only defeat Joshua or defeating. Yes, the vision is already there. Oh, Sherry, but we want to defeat Joshua. Our first goal here is to remove Joshua. Then everything will be added on. Yes, and yes, what the Bible say. Trust in the law, and all the things will be added first, right? Yeah. So our goal is to remove Joshua. We got the goal. We got everything. Without George, we are out of the way. We cannot implement those goals. So our primary target is to rally every Liberian we can to vote Mr. Weah out of office, and we are committed to doing that. All right. So I like your statement, and but we have to do things based on priority. Priority number one, priority number two. Yes. So let's see here. Christine King said, Cristiano say that your usual thing or okay, Christian, you see you've been very disrespectful here now, so we have to remove your comment here. And so I mean sometimes I don't know why when you guys just come, you like to be the bad one. People should just look at you. I mean, do you really have to use such a words like that? Come on, man. I mean, I don't want to sound personal to you here, but we'll let that go for now. All right, we'll let that go. But I'll give you the second chance to reconsider that thing. But please don't say that here again. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So let's just let. Oh, there go another good brother here too. How they call it? Quarter. I would like to speak to you this week too. Yes, I would like to speak to you this week. If you have the time, inbox me and give me the best time to call you up. I would like to speak to you because I'm looking forward to appearing on your show to do a QA section, if you don't mind, and I want to do it this week. So please, if you have the time, and inbox me, and so that we can further discuss. Because every show that support Mr. Cummings, and even any show that I want to say things negative about Mr. Cummings, I want to be on that show as well. So yeah, so brother Kota, I want pronouncing your name. I'm not good at pronouncing people's name good. Please bear with me. And like you Montreal, I struggled with you Montreal name for a long time. I had to beat it in my ear until I got it good. So now I'm super in just calling her here and there. So yeah, so yes, aside from qualify, put me on that list as well too. I need you to set something up for me so that we can further discuss. Hey, Monju is here. This is one of my original Big Five. Yes, this is one of my original Big Five. Yes, yeah, all right. And then I see Dakina is here. Thank you so much, Dakina, for what you do. I think I mentioned that already. Let's see here. Let me see here. All right, so Mr. Cristiano King, I will be left with no choice but to let you go because you have been very, very sarcastic here. So I had to let you go. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, I got to let you go. Yes. And I think the team here will agree with me that I have to let you go because you are being very, very disrespectful. And I cannot and will not take that from you. So I just have to let you go. Yes. And you are entitled to your opinion, but we got guide and we are guided by principles here that focus on the issue and not on personal attack. Yes. So I have to let you go. Sorry for that, but you just have to go. Yes, I have to let you go here, my friend. I have to let you go because I don't think you have been a very nice person here. So I have to let you go, my friend Christian. Yes, I have to let you go here. Unfortunately for you, I have to let you go. Let me try to let me try to do what I can do here. And, guys, sometimes we got to set the record straight. We can't just allow people to come here. It should be about the issue. It should be about the issue. I don't know where you live, and I don't even want to know where you live. And if you live in the United States here, that would even be worse for you because you are not being the person that I think uh should be the one that people should look up to here. So I had to do what it takes to let you go. Yes. Yepper, I have to let you go, my friend. I have to let you go. All right, so there you are. I already found you here. All right, I have to let you go. I have to let you go. You seem to support Josh Weah, and I mean, if you came here to make a case, I would rather prefer you making a case where you would be presenting George Weah comment here. I mean, George Weah achievement rather than attacking Mr. Cummings. You can say things about Mr. Cummings, but not giving information that is not accurate. But I think if you were to ask me, I would rather you providing us with George Weah achievement. That's what I would do. I would rather you provide me with George Weah achievement. So with that being said, I just have to let you go off the show and not to come back. All right, so it's unfortunate that that got to put me in that position again. I kept hanging in with you because I wanted you up. Big brother, please try and put me in some of the supporting team. All right, so let me see. A young man here too. A young man here by the name of Aaron Bondo. He said, "Big brother Randy, please try and put me in some of the supporting team of Ellis Cummings because Liberia need a good leadership, and we are here to support the red leader." All right, so I don't know what Calify is still here. Calify is on the ground, and we have the young man here. He had been in touch with me. So, Calify, if you there, and so I call it, we got this man here, and let's see how we can put him and make good use of him. He could be a good use for us. So that go ahead request. So Aaron, I will try to reach out to Calify to see what he can do. And then I just forgot the other gentleman name here. Yeah, I just forgot his name here. But I will try to get in touch with him as well too. So yeah, so I will put that on my to-do list, and I will try to when I talk to Khalifa today, I will mention you. I'm sure he's watching or he had already left. But we'll try to make that connection for you because again, the country is for you. That's your country, and we want the best for you. So thank you for expressing. And I also want to use the opportunity here right now to ask you to bring more people of your age group or even older people who are older than you, and try to bring them on board. And that will help. So again, the country future is in your hands, and all we can do here, those are all who live abroad and see what young people are doing today in other countries. And when we look at Liberia, you guys are far from reaching those targets, those goals for your personal life, and to keep the country strong. There's nothing else we can do but to just fight for you guys here. I'm not going to go back to being a 20-year-old or a 15 years old anymore. No, all I can do now is to just help whoever I believe, and I think Mr. Cummings is the right person, and to help you guys. You got a better future, and let me see here. So Odessa Dolo say I follow you through from 2016 to 17 campaigning for Mr. Weah. You are now telling us not to vote for him. How do you want us to trust your words again when you are not paying for the first damage you are caused? Of course, I'm paying for the first damage you caused. I mean, think about this, right? I campaign and I campaign for Mr. Weah. I campaign for Mr. Weah. Like I said, the expectation was for Mr. Weah to do the best thing for our country. Mr. Weah came out and presented himself to us as not just a victim, but a product of the suffering masses over the year. And you and I know what Mr. Weah went through from living in West Point, never being able to speak better English, playing football as a career. We all could related. I mean, not cool, but we all related to that. We all related to that. We have got an overwhelming vote It's not just me. Maybe I may have done some impact that I cannot even measure by convincing a lot of people because I was very engaged in the Weah campaign in Liberia. If you follow me, as you said, from 2016 to 2017, I was very engaged. But everyone that took upon themselves to go into a ballot bar across the country took Mr. Weah as someone who they thought could have delivered for them. But there's nothing wrong with people getting things wrong. And when people get things wrong, you got to understand why they got it wrong. Weah is the one that got things wrong for us. Because when we and he started to sell him out there, he was always concerned about his people, his people, his people. Weah was taken to Hollywood by Denzel Washington and showed to the world how Liberian kids were used during the war. People felt good about what he did. And we on the ground felt that, okay, this guy is going to be our guy. But that was the expectation. The expectation. But he turned it out to be the worst. There's no guarantee. Politics is an art. It's an art. It's not a science. But what we can do is to understand that when things goes wrong, we can limit the damage. Rather than extending the damage, we can limit it. And there were wise people come in to try to fix things. There's no guarantee. Donald Trump was here making noise. We're going to bleed a swamp. The people gave him power. He went in there, and Americans realized that, oh gosh, this guy here is not the right guy. We got to get him out. George Bush father, after Reagan left office, he took office. And he said, read my lip. I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z. The people put in there to start. So what Mr. Weah has done, it's not unique to Liberia. It is not the first time we've seen it. Jimmy Carter became the same victim. Donald Trump, and you also have George Bush. There are leaders that come to power with the people's expectation, but the expectation doesn't meet the reality. That doesn't mean that we should do the wrong thing. And today I'm here to tell you about Mr. Cummings because I believe that we cannot stall, we cannot stop on one person failure and say it's finished. No. Every day that comes, we got to keep searching. We got to keep searching. We got to keep searching until we can find the rightful leader. Because it just goes to show that some of the politicians that come to us, they are not coming with transparency. And that people always say past performance will determine future performance. And Mr. Cummings, I'm looking at so many factors now that are connected to Mr. Cummings. This is a man who is highly invested in the United States with his character. This is a man who are all along what he would do. What he would do, Dodo. He telling you that he got 5 what and 5 how and how he going to solve the focus area. And guess what? If we start with Joe Weah by giving him 6 years and see what he will do with his 6 years, now that we are giving Weah 6 years and out of 5, he cannot give us anything. I think the best thing for us to use as a tools to keep searching for the best leader is to give every one of them a very tough 6 years that if they do not perform, then we remove them from office. And that should be applicable to all other elected positions in the country. Representative, senator, whatever term they got, if they don't perform, we remove them. That way, the people, you guys will start to send a message. We have done nothing for the first 5 years out of the 6. He should not be given the second time. He's done. Cummings come there with his vision, whatever he plans to do. We monitor him too. If he doesn't do the right thing, we let him go. Wise man changes. The expectation of George Weah to help our people, it did not include you, neither me. Weah went in there, came as a wolf in sheep clothing. He came there with a false intent because everyone that I know on Facebook, outside of Facebook, the one thing they will tell you that we are don't listen. That is a common thing that you will find surplus on the lips of many Liberians. They will tell you the men don't listen. And a leader that doesn't listen, we have a problem. So I understand. But this time around, there are two things I want you to do. I want you to look at Mr. Cummings' vision and let us get him the second, and let us get him that opportunity. And the decision can be made when we get to the 6 years, I mean the 5th year of Mr. Cummings' 6 years. We already know who Weah is now. There is nothing Weah can tell you now after wasting 6 years. I mean 5 years out of 6 years. There's nothing convincing he can tell you now. No. He did what he wanted to do deliberately, intentionally. And do not be fooled for him to come by and tell you, say, oh, forgive me, give me a second chance. That one you will be selling your soul. Because right now you already sold your birthright. If you try him again for the second time, you will be selling your soul. And that this is where I come in and say no. And that's why I want you to understand, bro. All right. So let's see here. Let's see here. Joseph had written something long here too. Joseph say, listen here, folks. J. Randy Double didn't say the future of the country is in your heart. Instead, he says, saying it, the future of our country is in our hands. There you go. There you go. This idea of the country being in the heart of an individual has led George Weah to become the country. I hope you have said Dracula. I was looking at Dracula, but you got it to be a very better word to say dragon. Yes. All right. So Christian said, I don't see that TG will not go with, okay, that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation here. Yeah, that's a different talking about Teo Gonglo and stuff in here, but that's something we'll talk about. So guys, let me let you guys go. It's 15 minutes to the top of the hour, lunchtime. So I need to take my kids out there and be able to find something for them, and then do a few things here, and then we will be back here. We'll be back here around 8 or 8:30 to further discuss what what I told you guys about Jefferson Koji and other stuff, and then we'll start the week again. So I would like to thank you guys so much for the opportunity. They my other B5 here, my man. I'm going to put you in the second category of the B5. Number one, you don't pick up your phone. I call you, you don't pick up your phone. And what I'm going to be doing now with my Big Ten, all right, we're going to look at attendance and punctuality here now. Let's be some people get right here now. So I'm going to put a spreadsheet together with my Big Ten. They agree with me. You can be reached. You can respond to text. You can pick a phone call. That would be the green. I will display it one of these days with all the names. Yellow will mean that you are not up to standard all the time. You are not picking on your phone. You're not responding to text. You are not calling, or you are not picking up my phone call. And then red mean you are going to be demoted. So I will bring that spreadsheet up. All right. We're getting all the column, your names, all the roles, the title, and what you'll be doing. So we're going to bring that up for you guys. So the color confessor, the message was at a wedding. So when you are at a wedding, are you still at the wedding? You saw the missed call, but you just say, bro, I'm at a wedding right now. Get but you see, when you want to get a room, man, tell them bro in a comfort zone. The man want to be part of the beef fast so that when you laugh, you be part of the beef fast. He want to enjoy the humility, but he don't want to participate in what the function is supposed to be a part of the beef fast. So when demoted, someone can you enjoy. You ready, you want to man intro. Some disciplinary action needs to be taken here now. Yes. We have kept the disciplinary book. What a disciplinary book here. Let me get a disciplinary book. The disciplinary book been on the shelf for a long time. It's time to dust it up now and start to open it for some disciplinary action, right? You know, yeah, I understand that. I understand that. If I understand the in trouble. All right, guys. So some of us here can be on the clock. I know. I know. If you're on the clock like myself, if you're on the clock, that's fine. But at least if you get a text message and you get off the clock, because I'm very dynamic, I'm very flexible, and because I know anything can happen anytime. But I think what I would really want everyone to do, including myself, if I get a missed call from you, no matter what I was doing based on my engagement, and I feel that I get a time to check my phone and see a message from you, or I gotta say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was in the middle of something, but I'll get back to you." At least I know that you on the other side. All right? Yes. All right. Stay hold up on you will advocate for me. The man I start asking for stay hold up on you will advocate for me. When you that straightforward man, let me tell you. When you that straightforward man, that more you man are straightforward man. Let me tell you guys right now. So guys, yeah, thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much for everything here. All right. I see you guys, and we'll be back here at 8 o'clock. Thank you guys. Share the video. God bless you guys, and let us keep on. Make sure every day you reach out. You saw the young man here today, Aaron Bono. He just made an open commitment. So on the show today, we managed to get him. We hope we can work with him so that he can join the team of Arizona Coming Youth on the ground to be able to recruit for us as well. So I would like to say thank you. We got something positive today here, and uh, and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I will be back here this evening, God willing. So have a great day. Enjoy your Sunday, all right? And I'll see you guys at 8 p.m. today. Yes, 8 p.m. by God grace. So bye to every one of you guys. Hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Before you leave, please hit the like button, guys. Let me see here. Hit that like button for me, please. Hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. They say my man, my thank you there, thank you there. They say my man Alex Hayes don't like to hit the like button because he wants to be liked by people. So Alex, please break down your rule and hit that like button today. I see you guys. All right. I see you guys. Bye now.